Well, here we are. We're on the second tee box. We're actually all the way up on the forward tee box. I think it gives a great view up here of the work that's being done. Tim, when he got here, when we saw the initial plans, number 2 was a hole I didn't think it was going to look much different. Thought he was going to play with a few bunkers on the right. But again, when that acacia came out and we found all that space, Tim's eyes lit up and his backhoes and diggers all got excited. And they went to work. And I think what he's going to explain to you, to me, just looks so grand now. It looks like an amazing big par 3, even though it's the exact same hole with the same green and the same distance. But really a wonderful change with not too much area to work. So Tim, what'd you do here?
Well, we'll start from the top and go down. We've, again, where the acacia was, where you would lose a golf ball, now there's a series of bunkers, 4 or 5 bunkers carved into that hillside that you will have a chance with a great shot to save par. And then on the lower side, trying to catch shots from going down to the creek. And the last piece of that is that with the landscape architect, we'll look at naturalizing the creek, making it look like it's been there, forever. So those are aspects that I'm very excited about in terms of taking a hole that looked kind of cramped and narrow, and we've expanded it. And it'll have a lot of dimension in that hill with the bunkers overlapping each other. We've got walk paths, 2 of them from the green straight up to the tees. So
easy to get up there.
Yeah.
One of the interesting features, tell us a little bit about the series of holes we got here on the right-hand side with the bunkers and the grass bunkers.
Yes, we have a series of 2 sand bunkers and then in the middle a grass bunker.
One of the little tweaks that I've noticed, when you look at the old course and then you come back out here a day later and they're moving dirt around, the front right bunker that Tim's put in is pulled and turned a little bit more to the front of the green, so I think it faces you more. It looks more ominous from the tee shot than the old one did, where it was more on the side. But he's also, like he did on number 5, pulled that front area back, leveled it off, so that if you leave a ball short of the green, it's going to stay right there. You don't have a pitch up. And the old green, a lot of times, especially in the wintertime, we would hit short, run all the way down, and sometimes even go in the water. So did a nice job containing golf balls there on hole 2, very similar to what you'll see on hole 5 as well.
We pay a lot of attention to the approaches to the greens because a lot of people play golf through the approaches.
I love the little walk path, Tim, here between the grass bunker and the bunker. It's easy to get up and get out.
I love doing those, on a club course because people need them, and as I've gotten older, I understand that.
It's pretty steep out here in a lot of places, so any help, I'm sure, will be appreciated.
The other thing you can see is that most of the bunkers are convex around the sand, so you really have to fly it in the bunker or it's going to go somewhere else. So it looks harder and plays easier.
Tim, what I see here, what's really fun is we're way above the green. We're on like a 45-degree slope, but with Mr. Dye's bunker style, you got a flat lie.
Yes. So you can play it, Occasionally you're going to get a foot in and out of the bunker, which Mr. Dye felt was a harder shot than having a flash bunker that everything rolls to the middle. Mm-hmm. So even though the sand is flat and the bunker shot is relatively easy, occasionally you're going to get some kind of weird lie that you're going to have to hit out of.
I'm glad you mentioned that, because once you leave and everyone plays, I'm sure we're going to hear about a few of these funky lies people get. So it's good to know that Mr. Dye, you're continuing on his tradition, and it's all part of the plan.
You have different hole locations on the greens, of course, and the back hole location in this bunker you can see is you've got what I call an eyebrow. So that's a hard sand shot to hit over the eyebrow onto the green. But if the hole location is in the front of the green, you don't have any eyebrow, so it's a much easier shot to that hole location. So every bunker has some logic to it that, believe it or not, there's something going on with every one. And then we also try to make the high points, you look through a low point, you're going to put a high point further on, so we get what we call dimension, so you get a lot of shadow and a lot of natural beauty that way.
I think this slope on number 2 will be one of the most beautiful places on the golf course late in the evening. When the sun starts going down and you see all this, it's so grand. It really is going to add a lot to the property. So, Tim, amazing today spending time with you. We've gone over in the last few videos the few holes we've been working on the last couple weeks. Looking forward to the next one. We'll have holes 4, 5, and 6 all grass. We'll probably be grass in number 3 by the time we get out here next. So a lot of finishing coming up. So tell the members kind of what that process is going to look like as we go through the next few weeks.
It's not much different than your garden at home. It's rakes and a lot of rakes and getting all the details right. You know, you don't want mounds to be perfectly round and be artificial. You want to flatten the tops. You want to change things so you see more dimension. The eye just loves all of this detail and interest. You look at all the great paintings in the world, you got overlaps and detail, and that's what you're going to have here. So I'm very excited as well.